Good evening, everyone. Welcome. This is Nor Art. This is my art channel. My name is Kat. I'm very happy to have you here this evening. I hope that your Taco Tuesday is awesome. You've got all the toppings you want. And if you don't have tacos, I hope your dinner is going great, or will be great, depending on what time zone that you're at. So tonight, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be returning to my jelly mermaid, and I'm going to finish her tonight. So that is my plan. I have brand new pins. I just got them out of the package. They're fresh. Oh, and there's an Ida. Hello, Ida. She's gonna go to her favorite spot. She's got, I put a kitty bed in my little corner that I have my easel in. So it's sitting in my easel between the legs. And that's her favorite place to sleep. So, yeah. So anyways, how's everyone going? Oh, hello, Lady Boa. Welcome to the stream. Boo to you too. Hello. And it's margaritas already. It's perfect. Margaritas. And it's Taco Tuesday. I mean, what's better than having a refreshing lime drink to go with your tacos? And yes, it is a cat and a hat. Again, I thought it was fitting. I think I wore a hat last week. So I was like, well, I'm finishing it up. I might as well finish it up wearing the same hat I was wearing last week. So, but you did make a punny, and it was a good punny. A cat in a hat. Oh my gosh. Next time I go to a fair, I'm going to have to see if I can find a cat in a hat. I used to have one for the longest time in high school. I should get another one. That would be great. That would be so good. Hello, Ginger. Welcome. Lady Boa has already said margaritas. So welcome. Margaritas to you too. I know that you will be watching AGT because it is Tuesday and it's AGT night. So I hope your AGT night is good. It's really, really good. Ada's just sitting over there making funny noises to herself. She must have found like a little spider or something. I may not be able to stick around the whole time, but I will pop in and out. That's okay, Lady Boa. I know that you're really busy this week, so it's completely understandable. Phalo Blue. Hello, North. Emperor Noodles and margaritas to all of you too, because we've already had margaritas already. And jalapenos. They make jalapeno margaritas. I have not tried one. I don't know if I want my lime drink to be hot. Our black kitty found a fly earlier. Did you let them hunt? I've had green chili wine. It's okay. Yeah, I don't know how I would like grapes with my green chili. I just want my green chili. Just leave it alone. Green chili is amazing on its own. No, he just watched it. He's not a very good. Aw, he'll get there. Sky raisins. Sky raisins. I have forgotten about that. My mom used to call them sky raisins when I was a kid. Oh, we yell that, and our dog comes. Oh, long dog comes running for sky raisins. I bet that's cute, and I bet your long dog is very good. North about Naman Naman, all of those sky raisins. I hate it though. Oh, it's so gross. Yeah, I guess watching your long dog munch on sky raisins would be kind of gross. Ada really likes sky raisins too. She really prefers them to not have wings and have 8 legs, though. Those are her favorite. I give Sylvester an E for effort. And my sweetie says, don't eat the spicy sky raisins. Spice. Oh my gosh. Spicy sky raisins. We gotta put that in BOA. It's gotta happen. Because it's so random. Bees. Yes. Hello, bees. It's nice to see you, bees. Dog Boa likes to try to catch any raisins. Yeah, it's a pretty dog thing to do. Hold, please. He just discovered them. Brownie Thunder! Because it sounds delicious, but then if you think about it too long, it doesn't sound delicious anymore. Rampant butter. The rampant butter will attack. Do have to admit, spicy sky raisins is pretty cool. I like spicy sky raisins. My bubbles! And exotic butters? So we'll have rampant butter and exotic butter? We'll be supporting all the dairy farmers. Just in case your rampant butter wasn't enough, you can have your exotic butter too. Exotic butters basket. It's almost hard for me to say. I love Markiplier. Moose! Yes. Markiplier is only the best, yes. Let's just have a moment to just be really appreciative on how hard that man works, and he's really funny. He works his butt off, but he's just a wonderful person. I loved that he covered himself in peanut butter to attract squirrels. It just makes my day. Wilford Wharfstash. Oh my gosh, I don't think I could handle all that energy. Oh my goodness. He is so great. Yeah, that one just it doesn't get her any. Yeah. So whispering is free real estate. Mathers just kind of broke it because he kept whispering it to me incessantly over a couple of months, and therefore it's not funny to me anymore. Yep. The trombone one was good though. actually, the Markiplier one was what was it, the car wash one that was like done to the theme music of Star Wars? That was great. I liked that one. That was good. Yeah, I felt bad when Mark like did that challenge when he had his wisdom teeth removed. I was just like, oh, that just looks really painful. Oh, you gotta get your teeth pulled. Already in fear of the videos that Hubs is going to record. Oh my gosh. Oh, North, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Oh, I feel like I'm going to be in for 3 days of wild rides. Oh my gosh. So, when I got my wisdom teeth pulled, they unfortunately shattered one of my teeth trying to pull it out. I have the same size mouth of a child. Like, I am not kidding. Like, they cannot put adult spacers in my mouth to space it out to do any kind of surgery. They have to go find the kid-size ones because my mouth is really tiny. So apparently trying to get my wisdom teeth pulled, they shattered one of my teeth. So I got to do the experience not once, but I got to do it twice in one summer because I didn't realize that they didn't get all the bone fragments out of my jaw and it got infected. At first they tried to blame it on me and that I wasn't taking care of my teeth, and I was like, no, I've been doing the nasty little salt washes, which I hate, but it's necessary. I was like, I've been doing everything by the letter. I seriously have an infection and you have to fix it. So, yeah, I cried both times. I woke up crying, coming out of it. I cried both times. I felt so bad for my mom because I was just bawling. Something about just going under and coming back up makes me cry because I'm just like, not necessarily miserable. I'm just like emotional for some reason. So no worries, North. You'll be fine because you probably don't have my reaction to like going under at all. So yeah, and I'm sure your Hubs is gonna just be like looking at your cute darling face and just be like, I just want to take care of you. I'll take care of everything. Five in all, wisdom teeth and one other. Oof. Oh, yeah. I've been putting it off. They were like, so your wisdom teeth are growing into your other teeth because there's no room. Yeah, I had the same problem. Yeah. I apparently came out of a dream, bad dream, punching a monster as it wore off. And yeah, I actually punched the nurse who was checking on me. I was bawling on the nurse. So she pulled me up. She yelled at me, for one, because I was having a hard time coming up out of it. And she started yelling at me because she was trying to get me to wake up because, you know, most dentists who pull teeth have appointments and they got to get you out of the room to get the next person in. So I came up crying both times. Yeah, I got yelled out on 2 different occasions with nurses. He already had plans and then an evil laugh. Oh no. I hope your hubby realizes that being the wife, you have certain powers. And it might come back to bite him in the butt. But you know, as soon as you get those wisdom teeth pulled, it's done. It's not like you have to worry about it again. So, and it's a temporary thing. It's not bad at all. I bet that was a painful Jiffy Lube experience. I'm not too worried. I've already had 1 major surgery. That's true. That's true, North. And you have 2 little ones too. So you're pretty strong. You're very strong. You're swole. Oh my god, drooling and Jiffy Lube. Yeah. Puffy faced, little cotton pads to make it even worse. You look like a chipmunk. Drooling, probably not clear drool. The best. It's exactly what everyone wants to see. I like telling this story because I seriously believe Dad was not expecting me to remember it. He probably thought he would get away with taking you to Jiffy Lube because he thought he would be so drugged he wouldn't remember. What did the traffic light say to the car as it passed? Don't look, I'm changing. Maybe that's why we never use blinkers in this state. It's because no one's changing, so you're not supposed to look. Most drivers in Indiana don't look at the light while it's changing. It's true. It's true. They're too busy on their cell phones. Or you have the over-eager beavers who will honk at you even though the light has barely changed. It hasn't even been a whole second before they're already honking at you because they're so desperate to move. You're just like, really? I don't understand people sometimes. Jay Leno. Interesting. He owns nice cars. Northa, I feel like you and I are kind of like soulmates because I agree so much. I'm an anime and cartoon kind of gal with shows with live people. Nah, really not my thing. Unless it's hot and nerd guys. This is my kind of show. I totally understand that. I don't understand reality TV shows. I understand they're entertaining, and I'm not saying that I haven't watched them, but just for me personally, I think that my life has enough drama, so reality TV stresses me out. It's not that I can't appreciate a good show, it's just reality TV sometimes just like causes anxiety, and I'm just like, no, I'd rather spend my free time in something a little more artsy and fantastic and may or may not exist in the real world. I don't care. Oh, I just found a new show called The Terror, and I'm gonna try watching. It's spooky yokai shot like AHS. I love yokai. I have a tendency to like any show that has yokai in it. Doesn't really matter where it goes. I'm like, ooh, I'm fascinated. But can only handle. Depends on what kind of spooky. If it's yokai spooky, I think it'll be just fine. So, if it's super gory, I may struggle with it a little bit. Penny Dreadful. Penny Dreadful was intense. I did not get very far with Penny Dreadful. You really gotta like slow build horror for HS. So, is it kind of like Cthulhu in a way, where it's like it's the theater of the mind kind of horror, but with like yokai in it? Because I like that. I like that kind of horror because it's all in your own mind, and your mind is in control of what is terrifying you. Or if the storyline is really good, like you're just invested into the characters, into like whatever's driving the plot forward, that's also really good too. Sorta. The trailer for the season looked really good. Where did you find it? I don't know if you have cable. I don't have cable, so... I hate horror with loads of jump scares and gore. That gets old fast. Yeah. I don't like any type of horror that makes me feel like I'm So there are some horror genres that some people really like where like it's almost like you are the one like conflicting all the pain and the gore and the horror to whoever's in the movie, and that really creeps me out. I'm like, I don't ever want to be in that predator sense of mind. That just weirds me out. I found it on YouTube. Okay, cool. I can work through the YouTubes. They know me there. I watch a lot of YouTube. It's only because I'm a Critical Role junkie, so I do watch my fair share of. I love it when it's environmental, like Uncanny Valley, and then bam, spooky. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what are those video games called? The one where you like walk around in the fog and then like suddenly then you're in horror? I don't know. I like things that build suspense. I guess that falls into that theater of the mind thing where like you're freaking yourself out even though there's really probably there might be something in there, but there might not be. Yeah. Silent Hill, thank you. Yeah, I really like Silent Hill. It's really creepy, but I really appreciate Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2, yeah. Were you walking around in the fog and then like you hear the noise and just hearing the music freaks you out and you like, so you're building up like, I don't know, that's okay. Even though I know Silent Hill is really gory, but it's like that kind of suspense. I don't really mind that. One of my faves. Such a high standard. I know. I have not played it myself, but I've watched lots of Let's Plays of it, and I really enjoyed just watching it, not having to be the person to control it. It is a beautiful game. It's really well done. They really understand like human psyche. Dead Space 1 is up there too. The studio really brought back good horror games. I actually have never played or watched Dead Space. Isn't that supposed to be like sci-fi, if I remember correctly? I need to write down what that show was, though, before I completely forget. Hold on. Oh, okay. Write that down. So I will not remember. My brain's really tired today because I spent most of my day tackling the outdoors. It's sci-fi horror, but man, some of the scariest parts aren't supposed to be scary. Oh man, I like it when they make you, like, freak yourself out. But I wanted to make sure I wrote down the original show that we were talking about, The Terror. I wanted to make sure that I wrote it down so I could remember it later. But the doors! I like that. But the doors! Oh my god, the airlocks. I hated those. Yeah, there's an extra element of like fear when you know that like the doors can get you. Doors are the worst though in any kind of sci-fi, adventure. It doesn't really matter. Doors are always the worst. It's such a simple thing that shouldn't be complicated, but it is complicated. You're just moving along and come to an airlock. No sound. And then a loud air movement. And then you're just like, oh my god, close it. Oh my gosh. What was that? Never even made it to like a full... It was just like a teaser, but game that you're just walking up and down the same hall, but it keeps changing, and like you don't want to open the doors because you keep hearing creepy stuff, and you're just like, no, I don't want to open this, but then you open it because you can't help yourself. Yeah, PT. Yeah, that was really great. Can we guess the game? Yeah, Kat's brain cannot remember any titles to save her life. Yes, I do know video games, I just can't remember the names of them. Yeah, my brain decided to check out after I worked outside most of today, and it was just like, my brain's just like, I'm done. Oh, I love this game. Figure out what video game I'm thinking of. So far, you guys have an A+. I'm guessing what video game it was. Oh, also, what was that other game that was horror that used doors? It was the one with the creepy animatronics and Five Nights at Freddy's, I think it was. My brain checked out and never came back. Yeah, that's me. I need a shirt that says that. My brain checked out and it's never come back. Yeah. Dang it. I remembered that one. Markiplier did a really great Let's Play of the first one. I really liked the first one the first time he was playing it. Talk about like crying because you don't want to open the door. Yeah, North is killing it. She's really winning the game. The VR version is top notch. I'm sure the VR version is top notch. I can't play VR because I'm nearsighted, and for some reason it wigs out my eyes. Like my eyes are like, I don't know what I'm looking at. It's hard for me to focus on it. I can't play it for a long time. I know, I'm like, I can't see! Although I've got this thing. I can do non-movement VR, anything that has me move the actual character. I get sick. Yeah, I get ya. Totally understand. I haven't tried VR too long at a time. I played a few games like Beat Saber. Yeah, you're actually really good at Beat Saber. I watched you do that. You really can't. VR will mess you up. Yeah, because your brain, it's so weird. Like my brain is working too hard to figure it out. Because it wants it to be real. It's trying to like rationalize and trying to figure out the motion of it all. No. No. It's too much. Too much. I hate it when you can't replay a game. Like, it's just not, it's not fun enough to replay it. I really like it when games are fun to replay over and over. You like moss? Moss is a cool concept. I like the idea of doing sign language in a game. I feel like that is not utilized enough. I had a game to review for the PSVR that played like you were watching a play. Oh, wow, that's kind of cool. I like that they're utilizing VRs to map out museums. And I know that they have made a couple of programs where they will take VRs into like hospitals, especially like children's hospitals, and allow kids to walk through like the Louvre or other museums from around the world so they can see the art or like just whatever the collection is, so the natural history or air and space, which I like that idea about VRs, is that they allow people to explore things they wouldn't otherwise explore. So I think that idea is really cool. I'm excited to see where VR goes in the future because it's gonna be really cool. Because it usually doesn't take technology that long to like get caught up and get really good. So I mean, just thinking about like where video games were when I was a kid to now is just like, it's a huge leap. So found it. It was called The Lost Bear. Oh, I've never heard of that. I'll have to look it up. It was really cute. You played as a little girl who had her teddy bear stolen. Aww. That's so cute. I would be seriously distraught if someone stole my teddy bear as a kid. And you rescue it from a shadow beast. Ooh, cool. So you get to do something super brave. That's really cool. After playing it, I really wanted it to be longer. That's really cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I may say the name of this video game wrong, Gris, but it looks stunning from what I've seen. I remember when it came out, like people were really in awe with it because I really like games like Journey and Abzul. I think that's the underwater one. Those are fantastic games. They're so pretty. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Yes, I really do want to play that game. Which, North, if you have not played Journey or Abzul, they're like 2 hours max, if even less, and they're so pretty. The story is fake, like Journey, and oh my god. Have Kleenex! Oh no, oh no. Mather says it's just gonna walk in and I'm just gonna be like full on ugly crying. That's okay. I think that, what was it that, I have not played it because I don't think I'll ever be brave enough because I don't know if I can handle the emotion. Is it To the Moon, Mather says? That just like, it's too much. It was just like, blah, just ugly cry. I have both of them. I got games for days. Life is Strange, Journey, Owl Boy, A Dragon Called Cancer, all good games to cry to. I didn't know Owl Boy was emotional. It looks all cutesy, but it's got some moments. Aww. So a sneak attack makes you cry. Hello, I'm going through the list of games. Hey, if you ever want to suggest games, we're always looking for new games to play. So one of these days I'll sit down and I'll play games. And then of course there's Mother 3. Yeah, I need to make it through Earthbound. I need to sit down and get back to that game. I need to travel again, because that's when I play Earthbound, is when I go traveling. I don't mean to laugh, but the idea of, like, I'm just imagining, okay, Mather says, I'm imagining, like, you're on your DS and somebody just, like, suddenly little long arms come out of your DS and just punch you. And the visual of that, like, it just cracks me up. Another well done one is Hellblade. They nailed mental illness so well in that game. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever played a game that delved in too deep with mental illness, but I'm sure that was almost educational in a way. Because mental illness is not, well, at least when I was going to school, that was not something that, like, you were taught about you know? Like you just didn't understand it because no one wanted to talk about it. You play as a character who suffers from schizophrenia. So when you play, you hear voices all around you and the screen changes. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know, I always wondered if, that must be really creepy. You know, because, like, you can't really understand unless you experience it yourself. So, oh my gosh, what was it called? Hold on. Let's see. What was that game called? Doop, doop, doop. Yeah. Because I also felt like, I've always wondered, because when I watch Silent Hill, it always made me wonder if that was also something on the borderline of schizophrenia as well, just because you feel like the character is confused, but the character believes in this world, and you wonder if it's all in the mind or if it's actually like physically real. So, and it seems like it's coming from a source of trauma, so it just makes you... It's interesting how video games approach those kinds of subjects in a way that is different than like reading a book or watching a movie, because you're actively being involved. So it's a lot different experience. The studio put a lot of research into it to make it as accurate as possible. I'm sure it's very scary to have schizophrenia of any level. The human brain is super complex. We still don't know much about it. Okay. Be right back. Long dog bellows. Oh no! Must check it out. Long dog is protecting territory. It's certainly as much as mental torture as it is physical. Yeah. I agree.
That's what I thought.
Meanwhile, my phone wanted to talk. Thank you, Ginger. I appreciate it. Thanks for backing me up. I know. She just sometimes randomly talks. And I didn't say anything that sounded like her name. Of course, Alexa also does that too, so... house? Good evening. Well, thank you, North. I appreciate that. Hey, Lumos, since you're here, and I know this might weird other people out, but I just have to show you, Lumos. I have to show you something. Because I know that you understand me. So, I have been working in the yard. If you can't tell, I've got scratches. I had really dead bushes in front of my house. Our house kind of looked like the Addams Family house with dead plants and everything, but I finally cleared some of my dead plants. Not quite all of them. But while I was clearing out some of my dead plants, I don't know if it will show up because of the studio lights. Probably not. But I found a rodent skull. And it was like perfectly preserved, no grossness or anything like that. I don't know when it died, but apparently it just hung out in my shrubs. And so when I was cleaning out all the dead plant debris and I was picking it all up to put it in the trash, it was just hanging out. So I did not touch it, but I did put it in the jar just because I don't think it's too big to be a mouse. So it's probably some kind of shrew of some kind because it's got very pronounced like little teeth in the front. But since you're here, and I know you kind of like that kind of thing, creatures are fascinating, so. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I had never seen a little skull being preserved so well. So, because like even his little like teeth and stuff were like perfectly preserved, so I was like, well, I'll just put that in a jar. It's not weird at all. Plus, I thought it would be really great for references for like skull drawings because like you see pictures of like mice and shrews and stuff, but you can't really keep in mind of how like little they are. So, and how delicate like all those bones are. Like I'm so surprised that me just like cleaning out the whole area didn't break the eye sockets. So I was really surprised because I wasn't being gentle. I was just like, get rid of all the dead plants, trim all the shrubs, just make it look like it's not horrendous because the front of our house looked really bad. I'm sure our neighbors were really like, when are they going to clean up their yard? I'm working on it. Slowly but surely. The front looks better. I'm just going to work on the back. Art people equals super weird. Yes, that is me. I would make a great reference. So delicate. I know. It is really, really delicate. Yeah, there's this store that's in Portland, Oregon that sells like complete skeletons and skulls of different animals. And I follow them on Instagram. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And they sell them. I'm like, I would love to go to that store just because I would love to get like a raven or a crow skull because I think they're beautiful. It's really odd, but I think they're really pretty. Well, thank you, Lumos. Ginger, I'm sorry you're tired. Hopefully you'll get caught up on sleep soon. It's hard to get caught up once you fall behind, though. At least I think so. I call it you owe money to the sleep bank. So you gotta cash in those checks. Gotta start paying back those debts. Ooh, a dad joke. Okay, so why does a moon rock taste better than an earth rock? Because it's a little meteor. Oh, wow. I get it. Okay, gotta share my random Facebook fact for the day. Oh, random, just FB fact. I may be getting those acronyms confused. A blue whale can make a fart bubble big enough for a horse to fit in. There you go, you're welcome. Whoa. A fart bubble? They make farts? I didn't even know a blue whale had farts. Does that mean that, I mean, I guess it's a mammal, so of course it could, I mean, we fart, so why couldn't they fart? Oh no, I don't want to be swimming behind him. So, would their farts smell? I guess oceans do carry smells and scents because that's how sharks hunt. Because they can smell blood in the water. So if you floated into a whale fart, could you not swim out of the whale fart? Would you just like carry that smell with you forever? All these thoughts about farts in the ocean. I just want to know, like, do they smell as nearly as raunchy as sometimes our farts smell? Like, I guess they eat plankton and seafood, so it'd be kind of fishy. Yes, fishy. Ew! Cat takes it to a different level. I'm just curious, like, do farts smell underwater? I can guarantee it, Cat. Yeah, that's me. How to make a simple fact about farts even scarier. Well, it's just like I read is a children's book. Oh man, I don't think Boa's in chat anymore, but like I think it's a womp rat. Like poops cubed poop. Like their poop is cubed. And I was just like, how? How is something built in a way that your poops come out in shapes? Not just round shapes, but like cubed shapes. Like that's... How does your body do that? Like, I don't understand. But nature is fascinating. It's super, super fascinating. And now I wonder if blue whale farts smell. Big enough to fit a horse into. That's a lot of a fart. There's no way you could run away from that fart either if it was that big. Because everyone would see, oh man, you couldn't sneak farts in the ocean because you bubble. Like, you couldn't have silent farts because there was no way you could hide it. That's what I'm around for. People just hang out with me because I ask the weirdest questions. Like, I just want to know. Do like farts smell in the ocean? And if you swim into it, can you ever swim away from it? Also, that you can't sneak farts in the ocean because you bubble. I never even thought about like farts bubbling underwater, but that's hilarious. Totally makes sense. The important questions of the day. Because I'm totally that person who is like legitimately curious about like how do astronauts poop in space? It's a very complicated matter when you are living in microgravity. Like, does it float? Of course it floats, so how do you keep it from floating? I actually know the answer to that one, but if you want to look it up, it's really fascinating how they get around to that problem. These are the questions I need answers to. Magnets? I'm not sure what that is in reference to, but it makes me smile. I'm glad that you like the jelly mermaid. Yeah, it just, like, I kind of felt bad because I was like, man, this illustration is taking forever and I'm never gonna get done with it. But I'm kind of glad that I took my time, and that I'm finishing it, because I thought to myself maybe I could finish it off stream, but it's kind of nice because sometimes it's hard to be patient. And also too, like, I hope it gives people a little insight into how long it takes to do illustrations at times, because a lot of times I will start into something and then be like, oh, I can do this. This will be super fast and easy to do. And then I'm like, oh no, this is going to take me a long time to get done because I want to do it right. So and I was going for like a nouveau type look. So based off of like Muka's work, which this isn't, I don't think it's close enough, but it was nice to stretch myself in different ways. This piece has been really fun because I was like, I really wanted to do something different and then also like pull in some of my favorite movements and art history. So it was good. It was fun. It's worth taking your time. It is. It usually is, yes. Well, thank you, North. I appreciate it. Yeah. Ladybug, you're here. Stubby ball peen hammer. Yes, just for you, Boa. Just for you. I kind of want whale farts to be added in there too, just because it amuses me to no end. Hello, Ada. Ada's coming by to give me tail hugs. Is it getting that time of night, Ada? Is it almost time for treats? Is it almost treat time? Hey, 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 what you doing? Are you supposed to be doing that? You supposed to be sticking your claws in that? She was sticking her claws in things she shouldn't be. She was like, I think you're busy. Mwahaha, I will try to trick you, Mom, into thinking that I'm totally innocent. And it was done. Did you add whale farts? People who are coming into our chat are just going to be so confused. It's this channel's about art, right? But then they talk about ball peen hammers and whale farts. This makes me so happy. All right, I think I am gonna call her done. She's all done. I just need to go back in and erase some of my pencil lines, but I will do that after my ink has dried. I will resist the urge to erase before my ink has set, because I have done that many a times. Get finished, then be like, there's pencil marks, erase. No, because then I smear. No smears. Oh, that's hilarious. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Thank you, North. Jalapeno. I think we're still looking for whale farts. Yes. Yes. Jelly Mermaid has nothing to do with whale farts. I don't think jellies fart. I don't know how jellies do what they do. I'm still really fascinated by jellies. Yeah. So I'm going to call this one done. Yay! It's been since what, May? Only took me a couple months. It's all good. We got it there. So if you guys are interested, I could make this available on Redbubble. You just gotta let me know. If you're interested in having prints or having this maybe on a cell phone case or any of the other products that I can get this on. So they have a large variety of things I can put my art on. So yeah, just let me know. Eager snails. But I just wanted to take a little moment to thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you for talking about everything that we talked about. A little bit about video games, a little bit about like emotional, like what makes us cry in video games. And then we talked about whale farts. Thank you, North. I appreciate that. I loved it so much because now I'm so curious about the world around me. I'm totally going to Google up to see if farts smell underwater because I want to know. I just got to know. Two things are important. So yeah, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your Taco Tuesday. And like I said earlier in stream, I hope that your Taco Tuesday is with extra cheese because cheese makes everything better, at least in my opinion. Tomorrow I will be streaming at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, so I will be here one more night, and I am actually going to start a new illustration that is probably going to be a lot like this one in time-wise. So I'm going to start a dragon illustration because I got to meet a really fantastic illustrator at Gen Con, and he was so delightful, and I didn't expect to see him there. And I'll tell you more about that story and about the reason why I'm going to do a little dragon illustration because he was really inspiring to me and I think he's somebody to look up to. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that little tale, join me tomorrow as I start a little dragon illustration. So, but if not, I hope that you have a lovely rest of your week. Peace and blessings to you and everyone you hold dear. And yeah, I will see you all soon. So let's go ahead and find my end card and transition. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow at 7:30.